What is going on, YouTube land? I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into this DIY on how to cut this prototype one, go ahead and check out my Instagram at Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload a new video. Fight the algorithm and help me get to that 25,000 subscriber mark. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, this video would not be possible without the efforts from Kicking It ATX.
Kicking It is a sneaker boutique located in the Domain Shopping Center in North Austin, Texas. Whether you're looking for the latest from Nike, Adidas, Saucony, the Hundreds, or you just want to talk up your shoe game in the full-service bar lounge in the back, Kicking It has what you need. Check them out at kickingitATX.com.
So this video is part 2 concerning the prototype 1. If you haven't watched part 1, which is in the link above, it's pretty much giving a comprehensive review about this shoe itself. This one, we're actually going to be cutting up the shoe because that's what Nike Jordan intended for this. This DIY is actually pretty simple. All you're really gonna need is the shoe itself and then an X-Acto blade, in which you can pick up at a local hobby store, or you can click the link in the description box below, which will take you to Amazon.com. Really, I don't want to cut this shoe. I wish Jordan would have just provided us the switch model, which you can unzip and then zip the top on, because once you cut this shoe, it's pretty much irreversible. So let's get into cutting it right now. So here we have the prototype ones. I have a self-healing mat just so I don't get things dirty. The first thing that we want to do, if your shoes are laced, are to remove the shoelaces. Once you have removed all the laces, you can quickly examine the shoe. You can examine the cutout guides that go along the lateral to the heel to the medial sides of the shoe. And I don't know if this has any bearing or not, but because I'm right-handed, I thought it would be easier for me to start cutting along the lateral side of the shoe and then moving towards the center first. It probably really doesn't have any bearing, but I don't know. It just seemed to make sense in my head. And so start from lateral and go to the medial. So if you take your X-Acto blade, you'll start at the lateral side of the shoe and just make your first cuts. And it was pretty simple. I thought the layers would be pretty thick on the shoe, but it wasn't too bad. Also, this is a brand new spanking X-Acto blade. I didn't want to use one of my older ones or one of my blades that had been used or dulled out. I just wanted to start fresh and get clean cuts through. Again, you can get X-Acto blades from your local hobby shop, Hobby Lobby, Walmart. They're pretty readily available. In getting deeper into the shoe, you'll want to hold the top portion of the shoe away from the body of the shoe just to have those cleaner cuts. Once I got to the heel, I realized that the curve made it a little bit more difficult to cut through, so I just went to the medial side of the shoe and started cutting there, in which the cuts will eventually meet at the very back. So we're making our last cuts at the heel, and soon the top portion will be detachable. This is what the prototype 1 looks like with the top portion removed. I did keep the tongue intact. I don't want to cut it. I think it would look weird if it was cut. You can cut yours if you want to. Looking at the shoe, I don't really like that foam exposed at the back. Is just too thick. It just looks super weird to me. Right now, I'm just imagining what it would look like if the tongue was sewn down or if I cut it. But, you know, I think I like that long format better than like that makeshift cut. I don't know. We'll keep the long format for now. Looking at the heel of the shoe, you can see some of that ridging effect going on, primarily at the heel. I'm not a fan of that. I definitely should have taken my time and made better cuts. I'll probably do that on the next one where I'm not employing that sawing technique and rather just cutting and then pulling away and then cutting some more and then pulling away. I'm gonna lace these shoes back up and then we'll get to the on foot. Back in the garage, we are done cutting up the shoe. This is what it looks like. You have that thick exposed foam right here, which I'm really not a fan of. I just don't like it. What I'm probably gonna do is take some threading to it and just stitch the ends up. I just don't like it. It just kind of looks weird on the foot. I do like that long tongue. It kind of reminds me of like soccer cleats from like back in the day. But yeah, I just don't like this look. This is the top portion. It's pretty much unusable once you cut it, but I'll probably give it the same treatment as the bottom by like taking threading to it and then stitching up the bottom. I'll probably go to the local hobby shop, pick up some zippers, and then we'll make our own like unofficial Jordan 1 switch shoe. Overall, this project was pretty simple. It was pretty easy, though I wish I would have taken my time and instead of like sawing through it, I wish I would have like made like single cuts and then dig back in and then dig back in, because you can see some of this ridging effect going on towards the back, especially since it was kind of like you have that curve going on. It kind of made it difficult, but definitely if I would have taken my time, it would look a lot more flush. Not that this looks bad, this is actually pretty good, but had I known what the outcome was going to be, I definitely could have taken an extra 5 minutes to make it like a clean, smooth cut. Being done with the cuts, if I do keep this as a Jordan 1 low and don't pursue the conversion to a Jordan 1 switch, I only see this as like a good beater, a good lawn mowing shoe, definitely a good skate shoe, and that's about it. I'm not rocking this shoe out in public. It just looks too weird to me. At that $170 price point, I don't suggest that anyone go and cut this shoe unless you really like the style. Personally, I just don't like it. And Jordan 1 lows, they're readily available at your local retailers that you can just pick up a good looking Jordan 1 low and just rock it versus cutting a perfectly good high. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this video. What do you think about the Prototype 1 highs cut into a Jordan 1 low? Is this a good pickup, a bad pickup? Are you gonna cut your shoes? What do you think about that exposed foam? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Go ahead and check out my Instagram at @ChrisCataluña with an underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload a new video. Fight the algorithm and help me get to that 25,000 subscriber mark. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright guys, I'm Chris Catalunya, and we will check you next time. Cheers! See you now.